Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Ryan the Kryptonian Collector back with another video for you guys. And today guys, we are going to be going to East Coast Comic Expo 2026. That's right, not a vendor this year. I'll be able to take you and all of your friends along with me as I venture to look for some comics. What kind of comics, you may ask? Well, I'm looking for some Amazing Spider-Man issues 1 to 100, or 2 to 100 I suppose. I'm looking for Superman Volume 1. I'm trying to collect all of Superman Volume 1. I'm looking for some cool Funko Pops if I happen upon them. Hot Toys figures, Prime 1 statues, which I don't think are going to show up there. But just some cool other things that you can display or put up in your house. I do have to kind of, well, I suppose warn you all. I was in a little bit of an accident earlier on in my vacation, as I am on 1 week of vacation. I've injured myself a little bit, but I'm feeling much better, and I'm very hopeful that by tomorrow morning I will be 100% and ready to go into the con. So just in case you see me wince or kind of take a minute at a certain display booth or box, that's why. But anyways, guys, I'm really excited to get going. I'm going to be meeting up with Corey, and Ethan will be joining me later in the day. Depending on how long I stay there, I'm really thinking it's going to take me about 3 to 4 hours. I'm going to go in at 9:30ish and meet up with Corey around 10:30, and Ethan will be showing up a lot later. Unfortunately, he has to work tomorrow morning, but hopefully we get about an hour of con time with him. I'm going to try to wait for him for that, and then maybe stop by Sports Rock. That's the plan. But anyways, guys, without further ado, let's go take a look and see the kit I'm bringing for the con tomorrow. Okay everyone, so the first thing up is my GoPro. I'm bringing my GoPro with me to try to film everything unless I'm told I can't use it, which is possible I suppose. But it's charging right now, getting ready for tomorrow. Next up is my comic book binder or holder right here. So any cool comics I'm going to put right in there. And my satchel bag, I have upgraded it. I got a pretty good deal on Amazon on this thing. And you know, my old one was kind of getting a little bit beat up, so I'm just gonna snap it open so you can see kind of good amount of space in there. So this is just to carry everything for myself. Con wallet, if I had to, keys, anything like that, because this con I'm gonna have to have my keys on me, and I'm gonna be bringing my con wallet with me as I always do, which is just in the other room right now. I'm gonna get it ready to go here, as well as my Sharpies. I've got a couple Sharpies in my other comic room, which will be going with me. I've got the metallic silver because I am going to be going to see a person I saw last time. I'm going to go see Jed McKay. I have a much nicer Moon Knight Fisiconchu issue number 10 variant cover. And this one is the EM... Oh, let's zoom in here. EM Gist. Boy. There we go. Anyway, it's the variant cover, and I love the art on this one. I don't want to get Jed McKay's signature on it. He did write this book. And I do have his autograph on a issue 1, I believe. So this is his series. I'm going to get him to sign this one. And then when our artist shows up at CGC, maybe I'll send it in for him and get that signed and graded then. But until then, that's basically it. I am currently getting everything set up in the satchel. And like I said, guys, this is going to be a bit of a 5-hour con for me. Luckily, it is in Moncton, and I will have lots of time to kind of just drive in and be at the con, unlike HalCon, where I was essentially just in a great big line except for 3 hours. So I won't be as rushed. And yeah, I will see you guys all in the morning, and we will get this stuff ready to go. All right, guys, so here we are before the con. I've got my Monster, my typical drink for before. I've got everything packed up and ready to go, and I do have my GoPro, but I have to warn you guys right now, I may not use it in there, depending on how I feel. I think I cracked a rib, so having that harness on with the GoPro might hurt. But today's going to be fun. Let's get in there, and let's see what I can find.
best luck on that.
Thank you.
Okay. Right, but like, what we're looking at is like
Great stuff.
Stuff and things.
Sorry, man. I had to let him borrow it.
Are you shocked at this point?
Never shocked.
I'll go for a lot of money. So. $1,000. I got Tron Bond for $200.
Yeah, you did. I remember. And you're like, man, that was a lot.
Yep. Most I've ever paid for a game was with him. I got Haunting Grounds, $400. What is this? Is it the card game?
It is. I don't know. That's pretty sick.
Not too bad,
That's
Pretty cool. Maybe.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
Of
that's
some
like
sort.
that's like the actual Final Fantasy cards. It's not Magic.
Hololive, Spy Family. I've bought in Cyberpunk ones of these. These are weird. They're not actually playing cards. What they are little animation cells. Yeah. And then you get rarities in them.
But they're like actual cells from the show. Aren't they?
Yes and no, kind of.
I think like yeah, if there were singles, I might have bought a single. Star Wars. I don't know why. Yeah, I was like, why did he sign a trading card?
That would be funny. That'd be really funny.
Hot, right? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had two of those, you could afford Bruce. Yeah, I need Persona. I don't need Persona that bad.
Especially if you literally block.
Take a walk along, not right now.
I'll go over there with you. I'm just gonna check the one down there.
You pick it up and think this is cool, and the next person thinks this is terrible. It's very subjective. But I mean, there are some that everybody agrees on that this is pretty cool. Yeah. That's 340.
I looked over and you're not.
Sorry. I don't know what right now.
How you doing, man?
Sorry.
And welcome back to my fortress, everyone. The con is over. The first thing I want to say is thank you to all the vendors. I know personally how difficult it is to get ready for these shows, but somehow they always pull it off really well. I've seen vendors I know, such as Brad at Squeaky Clean Comics. I've seen just different vendors. Ion Comics. I've actually was next to his booth the very first year I was ever a vendor at East Coast Comic Expo, and just others that I've recognized over the years, sorry. And yeah, just thank you very much to the event organizers and everyone involved with East Coast Comic Expo. It went off great again this year. And I was lucky enough to go in on Saturday. Hopefully you've seen some pretty good footage. I did wear the GoPro, even though I do have a bit of a rib problem, but I stayed probably far too long. I've got a bunch of stuff to show you and I'll talk about it a little bit. First thing I want to show you guys though is one of the coolest things I picked up. It is a wall mountable bottle opener from Lady Amanda, Brad's wife I believe, at Squeaky Clean Comics. This thing is going to be so cool. I'm going to put it right back here, and that's going to take all the pressure of finding the bottle opener wherever I have it at this bar away from me. So thanks, Amanda. This looks great. I'm going to crack some bottles open. Brad, if you're watching this, you're going to have to come out for a drink. Alrighty. Next up, the first thing we're going to go through is this stack. So I did get to meet Dev Pramanik. He is the artist on Savage Wolverine, and it's actually Dev Mali. I apologize if I butcher the name. I just know him as Pramanik. He did the interior art on this book, and it's Savage Wolverine #1, and I've got him to sign it right down here. Now this one, I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I probably will be sending it in for a authentication and grading. The same with this one right here, Moon Knight Fists of Khonshu #5. He signed right down here. Great book. And you know, I went to Artist Alley and he was the second guy I saw, and there was so much there. Unfortunately, I took up most of my time at the vendor tables, just seeing and digging through boxes, as you may have seen. But I did get to talk to a couple really cool guys, Dev being one of them. So thank you for those autographs. Next up, this is the only other table I visited. I missed a couple that I really wanted to get autographs from. And honestly, this week I'd taken off to meet them. So I do feel kind of bad about missing out on some of these guests. But this guy kind of pulled me in. He could be a salesman. And I bought the whole series of his books. I'm going to read them later. I've got them bagged and boarded just barely. And his name was Glenn Carabin, and he has a series out called Dartmouth. Now, if you live in the East Coast, you know Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. It's just outside of Halifax. And so he made this comic called Dartmouth, and it's all about a Swamp Thing-like character, which was his muse, I guess. He was heavily inspired by Swamp Thing and a few other characters, but it's called Dartmouth, and it's this creepy dude here with darts. And honestly, I have to go through and read it to remember exactly what the story's about. But I got issues 1. I got issue #2, The Rise of Sinister Shade. And my favorite cover of the 3 is issue #3, To the Spectre Goes the Spoils. And I love that homage cover to the older Golden Age kind of creepy style book. Now, if I was to get one authenticated, I suppose, autograph authenticated and graded, it would be this one, if they would authenticate that. I'm not sure. But that one, I love this cover. This is kind of what drew me to it, so there we go. Anyway, it was really great to meet Glenn, and if you guys are in the area or want to buy your copy, look it up, see where you can find it. I should have got a card from him too, but yeah, great series right there. And that was really the tip of the iceberg. Now we move on to the second batch. All right, so the second batch of comics. So I stopped by Ion Comics and bought a couple, and I honestly cannot remember the booths I bought all these at. A lot of them came from Brad at Squeaky Clean Comics, not so much at the con, but throughout the year that I've purchased from him. He typically sends me a message about any Superman books, and if I need them for my Volume 1 collection, I'll pay for them, buy them then. Well, he brings them to East Coast Comic Expo, which is really great because we both know we're going to meet there, and I typically pick these books up. So this one is apparently a platinum foil, limited to 1,000, which is kind of cool. Didn't know that, but just taking a look at it again. One of my favorite shows from back in the day, back right after I got out of high school, was Stargate SG-1, and I've always wanted a comic to get signed by the cast if I ever could. And there you go, Stargate SG-1. My favorite was always Michael Shanks' Daniel Jackson. Always my favorite character. Jack was awesome, but you know what? Daniel was just more relatable to me at the time. So I had to pick this book up. And just because I am showing this book, I do have to say over on X, hashtag save Stargate. We'd love to see another Stargate series, and I think if you guys love it, go over to X, save Stargate, tag Amazon Prime Video and Amazon MGM, I believe. Tag them, say save Stargate if you love Stargate as much as I did. Do. All right, next up is on to all the super books, okay? So now we're getting into the main base of my collection. So I picked up issue number 235 of Superman for Brad. And a lot of this is going to be from Brad. So it's either from Brad at Squeaky Clean Comics or my buddy at Ion Comics, I believe. Izon Comics, I believe. Anyway, Superman 313. Superman issue 179, and I still have to go through all of them, get them added to my key collector app in my collection, and see how I'm doing on my Volume 1 collection. Next up is Superman 206. Brad always bags them nicely too. Superman 154. This one, I believe, would be from another vendor, Superman 220. And the same with this. This one could be the one from my buddy at Izon Comics. 298, Superman 298. Superman 263. Well, it's getting kind of heavy there. Superman issue 213. Now, this one I actually kind of am concerned that I might already have one of them, but we'll find out here when I go to file it. And the final one, which I think is probably my favorite Superman pickup of the day, Superman Annual number 3. Because I'm also collecting the annuals, why not? Anyways, guys, that is the Superman collection from the show. Next up, we're going to get into the big books I picked up, so buckle up. All right, guys, so this book is the only slab I picked up, and I honestly feel like I shouldn't have picked it up at the time, but I know it was the best deal at the con yesterday. I only saw one more of this copy at another buddy's booth, and he wanted $90. I probably could have got him down to 75 to 80, and I know it would have come back probably at a 7 to an 8.0, and maybe if I was really lucky, got it pressed and cleaned correctly, maybe got it to an 8.5. But this one was already a higher grade, and it honestly was already graded, so that would take the cost of me sending it to CGC way down. So I picked this one up from my good friend, Brad at Squeaky Clean Comics, and he, I think, had a bet to see if it would sell. It's a big book right now. Omega Men, issue number 3, the first appearance of Lobo in a CGC 9.4 with white pages. And I gotta tell you, I've been eyeing this book on his wall for countless East Coast Comic Expos. He also had a first Swamp Thing there that I was watching. Unfortunately, that sold, but I did pick this one up. and I couldn't be happier. I've been looking to put this in my collection for a while, not even because of Supergirl, which just kind of behooves, like, you know, Supergirl's coming out now, so it did get bigger. But I got this one for $180 from Brad, Canadian, of course. And you know what? I'm glad to help support his business, and he gave me a deal on it, so right on. Anyways, guys, that was the only slab I picked up at East Coast this year. Now on to the, well, I mean, the raw, bigger books. That was one of the best ones, but it was slabbed. The first book up is one I purchased a little way ago, and I got it signed today. It is Moon Knight Fists of Khonshu, issue number 10, the variant edition E.M. Geist cover. And it's signed by Dev down here, as was the first books, and Jed McKay, who I met once again at the con. So this is going to be on its way to CGC to get graded. And I'm kind of waiting to see if Geist does a signing. I'm really hoping he does a signing. I'd love to get it signed by him, get the other two witnessed, and boom, be done with. But that is number one of the bigger books on my list. And we'll put that one over here. Next up, I wonder which one this is. Okay, so this is a book that I've got the majority of the series. I somehow missed out on getting a first print of this book when it was released. And I'm very glad I got it now. And I think it is a 9.8 contender. The one thing I will say, of all the vendors that are there, this guy I've met at the Sussex Flea Market before and others. I asked to see if I could take it out of the bag and board and just check the book out. And I was totally okay if he wanted to, but he was a little bit rude about the whole thing. He didn't apologize for that. He was nice enough to talk with me back and forth. And, you know, I didn't beat him down on the price because, again, it was the cheaper of all the prices around the con that day. And honestly, I did not appreciate his tone, and I don't know, I should have known. I've actually dealt with him before for a book, and I think of all the books at Sussex I've gotten before, I think that one I paid pretty well spot on what the value was. But this one I really did want to add to my collection, and I want to send it in to get a signature, and get the custom label, which is brand new for this book. Yeah. Absolute Batman issue number 1, the first print, and I think it is going to be a beautiful 9.8 contender. And yeah, I finally have number 1 in the first print. I did get the second print with my pull file at Comic Hunter, and luckily I finally got this book added to the collection. I wanted to wait it out and see how long it would take for this book to drop, because for a while there it was just going crazy. And it's a 9.8 contender as well, so I'm going to add that to my collection. I've got Absolute Superman number 1 and Absolute Wonder Woman number 1, along with all the other Absolutes in number 1. So this was the only one missing, and now it's not. Now for the biggest pickup, I think, of the con. And this one I did the most dealing. The most dealing I've done in a long time. He wanted $600 for this, to be right out in the open. He wanted $600 for this book. And I wasn't paying $600. I did go a little bit above what I wanted to, but I was really thinking about picking a book like this up. I think I rebagged and boarded this one too. But this one I paid $470 for this book. And it is Fantastic Four issue number 1, the Golden Record reprint. Now, I think with a clean and press, it is definitely not a 9.8. It's got a little chip out of the corner. But I think I could possibly get a 6.0 to 7.0 out of this one. And when I look at that, if the press and clean does something, it could even go up to a 7.5. I don't know. I'm really kind of hoping here. It's complete. It's attached. The spine looks beautiful on it. And he honestly didn't want to sell it, but I got him down to $470. I was at $400. And, you know, I tried to meet him a little bit in the middle, and I just took it for the $470. I didn't want to screw around with it. So anyways, biggest pickup of the day. And I gotta say, get this one up. These three kind of made the whole day for me. There were a couple other books I will mention. There was a Daredevil #1, which you're going to see in some of the footage. That was beautiful. It was a 1.0 for sure. It looks like it was detached from the spine. It had multiple chips in it, but I was really looking at it, and I know who has it. So I'm going to try to be in contact with them at some point and see maybe if I can come up with a partial trade or whatnot, and maybe I can get myself a Daredevil 1. I never thought it would be possible, but that was a little bit above my price range at the time. Plus, I had already added 1 or 2 of these nice books to my collection. Anyways, guys, that is everything I picked up at East Coast Comic Expo this year. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, leave a like rating, subscribe to my channel for more great content coming very soon. Thanks all for watching. If you're ever in the area, stop by, go to East Coast Comic Expo. You won't regret it. Thanks, guys, again. I'll see you on the next video.